It's my husband. He's gone missing.
Missing?
I'm terribly worried. It's just Fred's never been gone this long before.
How long has he been missing?
Since the funeral.
Well, I can start right away.
You're a private investigator?
My profession is very complicated, okay? It's nuanced.
That's a lot of blood.
You beat people up and charge money?
Yeah.
Sad, isn't it?
How much would you charge to beat up my friend Janet?
What?
How much you got?
$20?
That's good. This conversation is over.
The mob is trying to spread its operation to Los Angeles. Somehow, my daughter Amelia is involved. Please, find her.
You seen this girl?
What's in it for me?
Oh, we can do this the easy way. We're currently doing it the easy way.
Whatever happened to offering me $20?
It's the recession. This is a high-profile case.
Made the newspapers.
Where is Amelia?
What the hell's going on?
Oh, you know, there's a guy coming to kill us. That kind of crap.
Hey, can you behave like a professional?
Sorry.
She's in danger, man. We have to do something about it.
She's dead.
She's not dead. She's not dead.
Why do you think everyone involved with this case was dying? This is not you. You're not a murderer.
You just killed 3 people.
I know, but I'm saying deep down.
Look, if you come in here, you beat up on me. It's part of the job, I accept it. But what did you do? You pissed me off.
Before we go solving the crime of the century, let's deal with the rotting corpse.
I got a plan. Run.
Do you fucking assholes like movies and stuff?
Mikey, don't say and stuff.
Oh.
Just say, do you fucking assholes like movies?
You're right. You're absolutely right. Do you fucking assholes like movies? Because, my friends, we got another great fucking movie for you. As this evening, we travel back to the 1970s, circa 2016, for another Shane Black, LA set buddy cop type movie, of course, set around Christmas time, as we discuss the Ryan Gosling, Russell Crowe action comedy, The Nice Guys. But of course, I'm not here alone. No. As usual, I brought a few nice guys of my own to talk movies. First up is a man who only likes pornos where the point is the plot. Mr. Christopher Mars, how are you doing and what you drinking this evening?
Doing well, Michael. I am drinking a Mick Ultra because it goes down smooth, I guess.
That's the saying.
It's just like this movie. Yeah, really got nothing for you. Dave, by the way, that was not rehearsed.
Yes, no, we did not.
I think it was a little rehearsed. I think it was a little rehearsed.
It should have been. It needed to be.
Yeah.
Next up is a man who's already yawning at the beginning of the episode. A man who thinks he's invincible. It's the only thing that makes any sense. He doesn't think he can die. My pal Davey, how are you doing this evening and what you drinking?
I think I could die. I think I can probably die.
I don't think he's seen this movie.
Have you seen
I've
this
definitely
movie?
seen this movie.
Okay.
I'm just drinking this.
Jesus Christ.
Right out of
Nice.
the bottle.
Good
Put a
stuff.
straw in it.
Good stuff.
Right out of the bottle.
Oh, like just like Jackson Healy
Mhm.
at the end of the movie. He was drinking
He
at the
was
bar.
A lot of drinking.
But he was excited about it and he loved it again at the end, right? Because he wasn't drinking for a while.
Look at him go.
Yes.
That's I got
So
a
funny.
screenshot of that.
This is great.
Of just that shot of you pulling back this giant bottle.
I told my
And-
kids yesterday, I'm like done drinking. They both laughed at me. I'm like, really?
That's nice.
You got to this
That
point
is
now?
funny.
That's a nice
That is
that's a
funny.
nice respectful response. And just to throw it out there, I'm drinking a Jack and Coke.
Sorry, Mike.
So The Nice Guys. I first watched this movie
So funny. Yep.
for
Let's hear it.
my movie month a couple of years, maybe 2018 or so.
Did this
Had
come
it-
out in the theater?
What's that?
Was this a Netflix movie or was this a theater movie?
This was in the theaters.
Was it there?
I hadn't seen it until again last night, and I remember liking it, but my God, I loved this movie the second time around. I like it better than Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I don't. I know Kiss
I
Kiss
do
Bang
too.
Bang gets
That's
the one that people talk about more with Shane Black. This is funnier.
that was my take watching it again. Also, it's very obviously he has a style, Shane
The
Black, right?
voiceover,
It's
the
very
music,
similar.
yeah,
This very similar sense of humor. This is kind of like a Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, like a step up.
right.
Not
like
to
he-
bash that movie, that was great, but this just having the 70s, setting and vibe and stuff like that. Not that that's a step up, but it really was. Having Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe was a step up. Ryan
like taking
Gosling, the funniest
yeah.
fucking character,
unbelievably
his
funny.
funniest character of all time. He is so funny, and he's so good. With Russell Crowe's great.
I think Russell
Yeah.
Crowe, and I think this is honestly, I've only seen it a handful of times, and I watched it the most in detail today. Like I've actually had the closed caption on today to watch and like read. And
Brag.
my God, were they fucking hilarious together? I never thought like two guys had more connection in a movie than these two guys. Just from
They
a
do have
comedic
chemistry.
standpoint, the chemistry was
They-
hilarious.
I was
Gosling's
like,
character
crying
was
laughing.
fucking pretty great, actually.
He is such an idiot. He just had me multiple times
From the
in
moment
stitches.
you
Like
think-
just
like you think, okay, he's playing a good detective. He's going to break into this building, and he just winds it up, punches through the glass, and there's a lot of blood, and he almost dies. And
he is
right there,
such
you
a
know what you're in
jackass.
for with him.
He is.
Even when
he
his
is
daughter
such a
told me
mo-
she hated him, I felt bad, but then she's like, but she spurred him on somehow.
Yep.
He knew what he was
Yeah.
talking about.
She was great. She was great. She had great chemistry with Russell Crowe too. After Russell Crowe beats the shit out of him and then gets a yoo-hoo from her,
It's me, he for you, who? Thanks again.
Bye.
he just thought he was like smarter than everybody. Also,
Yes.
his character when he, he's talking to, Kim Basinger, saying, well, first obviously he says, we'll do it. She's writing a check for 10,000.
Yeah.
He says, we're doing it for $5,000, and she gets
That's
rid of the
good.
check. But also just his, who the cop. One of my best lines, I told you this. The cop says, I'm just following orders, and he says, you know who else was following orders?
You know who else was just following orders? Hitler.
And then he looks at the looks Russell Crowe gives him every time. He's like,
And he feels like I just did that. Yep. I nailed it.
yeah, exactly. And he does the, when he thinks he has the clues to the hotel, the airport, and they're at the flats because it's like, and Russell Crowe buys it, and they go there immediately, and it's like closed down.
This is
It,
the
like,
airport.
hasn't
Maybe
been
this
there
is
in
the flight.
years.
Yep.
So
real
funny.
quick, just to give some of the basics, it's from 2016, written by Shane Black and Anthony Bagarozzi, directed by Shane Black. So our second Shane Black joint, starring Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling,
Back to back.
Angori Rice, with Matt Bomer, Margaret Qualley, Keith David, and Kim Basinger. It was great to see Keith David.
It was.
It's weird how I feel like
It will be again.
this is might almost be a trend where we start daisy chaining from one movie
Yeah.
to the next movie.
Whoa,
to
whoa,
the
whoa!
next
What?
movie.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you were bringing yeah.
Has there ever been talk of a Nice Guys 2 by any chance?
That's the funny thing. I'm like, oh, I want to
Good
see
question.
more
I
with
don't know.
them.
That
Has
would
there
be
been
great.
talk to a Nice Guys sequel?
Just ask
Ryan
AI,
Gosling has
Dave.
said there won't be any sequel to Nice Guys because the original movie struggled at the box office. However,
Really?
Russell Crowe has expressed interest in making the sequel. Yes. So just to give you the details on that, it did have a good critic score of 91%, a Rotten
How could it
Tomatoes,
not?
79% audience score. That seems low. Had a budget of 50 million, but only made a box office of 36 million in the States and 35 million for the rest of the world. So it made 70 million total box office, but on a 50 million budget with advertising, I don't even know if that breaks even. I don't know how it works because it sounds like it makes more, but you always hear, oh no, that doesn't include the advertising. It needed to make
Yeah.
this much to break
It's
even.
it's right. There's a different budget from.
Yeah.
Not
Like sometimes it can be half of it. I agree.
Okay, hold on. Wait. I have something to say now. Hold on. So, I thought Kim Basinger was pretty hot in this movie still too.
David Hot Alert. Repeat. This is a David Hot Alert. This is not a test.
2 in a row.
She is aged.
She
is
aged a lot better than Russell Crowe.
Yes.
Even though he looked fine, but it's funny seeing them in last movie.
Right.
Russell Crowe, baby faced, and she looked unbelievable. And then she looked great in this.
Oh my god! So
now
hot.
the girl David was talking about, I've never seen her in anything except I'm sure Mikey has seen her in. What have you seen her in?
Okay,
Mikey?
I know she was in
Spider-Man 2 or
Yes,
something.
yes, I know she's the girl in the
uh,
Spider-Man movie. She plays one of the
I
Betty
love that
Brant,
Dave's
I think.
chugging
I looked
them
at it today because I was
from the
like,
bottle.
why do I know this girl? Yeah. She's an Australian actress. I saw that as well. So she did a good
Okay.
American.
She was great.
accent.
She was a riot in it.
Perfect.
She actually
Perfectly
had
cast.
she had a big role in this movie.
Yeah.
Actually,
She did. She was with
That's
them all the
significant.
time. Yep. And if she wasn't good, that wouldn't have worked, obviously. So
They did a nice, like, they didn't tell you anything. It just, you kind of figured out there was a fire in the house. Maybe that's how the wife died. That's where he was already
right.
rebuilding.
As far
And
as
she's
Ryan.
like, have
you
you,
couldn't smell.
does it look like we're, oh, right. The whole thing, you
Couldn't
can't smell.
and
You're a
just the
detective who
look
can't
Russ
smell?
the looks Russell Crowe gave him.
So you're an
Like
investigator. You can't
he just
smell.
looking over at him when he first tells him that he's like, how'd you find the body? He's like, I fell on it. He's like, what?
Okay, this is why I think people are just dumb. Because this movie was great on so many levels, but it did shitty in the box office.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
But I mean, yeah, no,
Any-
I mean
any
that's
movies do shitty in the box office that become cult classics.
I know.
so
it's
many,
a- it's-
obviously.
Unfortunately, it's the business first for a lot of these things.
Dave reminds me of when what's his name? His name's Holland Marsh, right? When he starts questioning the people and he's all shit faced.
Oh, and everything is me, like everything's a
Backwards.
little wrong. It's so well done the way he says it.
It is so great
Yeah.
how he and then when he goes to the party at the end, I mean the place at the end, even on the rooftop, and the guy goes, open, he's like, what do you want? When the bartender asks him what he wants, and he's like, nope, it's free, it's
Right.
open bar or whatever, and he does a double take. He's such a dirtbag.
One of the scenes I love when he jumps behind the car, he's ready to shoot John Boy, and he starts, or I don't know if it was Blueface. I think no, it's John Boy at this point. He starts counting. He's ready to count the timing,
Yeah,
but he doesn't realize
he's-
he's on a rotating car platform, and the car just turns, and all of a sudden he's just facing the guy. Like so many moments like that.
Just
Such
a
a
moron.
well constructed script too.
It was right,
with
so
incredible
entertaining. So
dialogue.
yes, just the Shane Black type sense of humor.
Yeah.
When he just Ryan Gosling's character, when he's telling the old lady, or when they're figuring out that he really saw a movie,
in the movie, yep.
and
Does
she
that-
goes, "I've been listening to you guys the whole time."
Does this mean that my niece is dead?
Yes! I mean, yes. She was murdered. Sorry.
Is my niece dead? He's like, yes. Like
He
you
screams it.
idiot.
And
And
they're
then
all
Ru-
like,
and
"Oh yes, very sorry."
Russell Crowe gives him the look.
The first
So-
moment when Russell Crowe explains to him, when you go to the emergency room, tell him how what you broke for your arm.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
His
that was great.
reaction, that scream.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give me your left arm.
Huh?
Your left arm. Give me your left arm. This one.
No!
Yeah, come on.
No! No!
Did you cut yourself?
I'm dealing with an injury.
Right. Look, when you're talking to your doctor, just tell him you have a spiral fracture of the left radius.
No! No!
Deep breath. You mind if I have an apple? All right, Mr. March. You have a good day, okay?
One of the other great parts was he was dreaming. When he was dreaming,
yes. About the gun in the holster and the ankle.
the ankle holster, and so they're like, "What are you doing?" So
I thought
Okay,
he was covering
Can I
for
go
it, but I
back?
really
Can I go
was
back
the
to the?
dream.
Can I go back to the? Because they were distracting me. I'm sorry,
Wherever you
guys.
want. You go
Yes.
wherever you want.
When they're at the party and he starts to drink slowly, and then he gets more and more drunk, and then you see him in the fucking fish tank.
pool,
The
Chasing the
pool.
mermaids.
in the fish tank. It's just such a funny like discovery. Just
and then
seeing him in the
like,
background.
I'm a great actor. Like Show me, show me.
Yeah, and he falls off the. Yeah,
He's like, it was
one of the
slippery.
best.
She's like, were you in the pool? He's like, yeah, I had to question the mermaids. What were you doing while I was working?
Such an idiot. Let me give you the. I'm going to give you the. Is it the 60-second plot, Mikey? No, the
what
30-second plot.
You can do whatever you want. That's a that's from
I
a
gotta
podcast
condense.
I stole.
Yeah, after that last.
You give
After
me
that
a-
last. We gotta start to trim this down. Like I'm gonna give the elevator
The
pitch.
fine plot. Oh, the elevator
So-
pitch. I like that.
So, Private Eyes, Holland Marsh, and Enforcer Jackson Healy team up to try to find Amelia Kuttner. You know what? I need my Jimmy Conlon glasses for this. Who's in danger from her mother, Judith Kuttner, whom she is threatening to expose of colluding with automakers to suppress catalytic converters. After Amelia's death, the two successfully secure the film, which exposes them, and Judith is sent to prison. Marsh and Jackson open up their new agency called the Nice Guys. That was really condensed.
That was perfect. And I love,
But
it reminded me of like, I like that they ended up teaming up together and they're going to be friends. And it reminds me of that same thing with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, where they're going
Yes.
to go on and start working together.
exactly. So, yeah, Dave, the party was probably your favorite part.
I would say that, and no, the ending was good. I love the scene where his love interest betrayed him, and he was so distraught that she was.
His
still didn't
love
believe it.
interest.
Golly, this is not you. You're not a murderer. She just said she killed 3 people. I know, but I'm saying deep down. Hey, look, one's a mistake. By the time you get to 3,
Don't
you're a
paint her
murderer.
with
She's
that
a
brush,
murderer.
because it's easy to live in your world.
Okay, who was what's her name? The actress that played.
Margaret Qualley?
Yeah, who was
She's
that?
just up for the Oscar. She was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
She was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
She was just
That's
up for
where
the
you
Oscar.
know
Oh
her.
no, she was just in that movie with Demi
Yeah,
Moore,
she
The
was the
Substance. She's
hitchhiker.
in that.
She's in The Substance, and they. Well, I don't want to say this.
And she's Andy McDowell's daughter.
That's okay. That's what I
All
thought.
right.
Andy McDonald's daughter. She is.
That's
so
how you
hot.
know her. You met her at parties, at the McDowell
so
house.
hot.
Yes. Oh
No,
yes.
she's so hot.
David Hot Alert. Repeat. This is a David Hot Alert. This is not a test.
She's amazing.
If you watch The Substance, I'll wait till you guys see it, but it's pretty gross. The second half, as you probably heard with all the the first half, it just shows Margaret Qualley's ass for about 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Mikey doesn't like adult ass. He likes juvenile ass.
Jeez.
Let me make a note to edit
No,
that out.
no, 19, Mikey. It's you said it's age appropriate, right?
David. If anyone,
What?
look, I'll just
Could
say
you close the
this.
door? Close your door, Dave.
Yeah, close your door and
No, not mute.
yeah, mute doesn't fucking do it because the moment you start, they're like, are they like sitting outside like camping? Like
Yeah,
they can't
they're
fucking
close
leave.
there.
They're up your
Like,
ass. When you say they're up
they-
your ass, they really
They
are.
legit are always up my ass.
Jesus Christ.
My kids want nothing to do with me when I'm recording this.
Really?
They're embarrassed that, yeah, why would you?
My kids never want me out of their sight. Is that a problem?
During
That's
the
a problem,
podcast,
right?
I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm talking
for
about
good-
during the
No,
podcast.
all
They
the
don't want
time. Do your kids follow you around like that all the time too?
Say, do your kids love you?
We hang out. We have fun. When he was telling the diner
That diner story and how it
and
was
he
so
falls asleep,
sincere. Like, he finally
and
felt-
Marsh falls asleep.
he said it was the best day of my life. And then
And he looks down. He's snoring. Another great line is when Kuttner, Kim Basinger or Russell Crowe was telling him that she spends she says I spend half my day on porn, and he said, "What kind? What are some of the titles?"
like he thought she's just into porn.
And then
That's
she
so
says,
good.
"Fighting porn." Oh yeah, porn is bad. He writes down. Or her friend, good stuff with her friend Jessica.
Oh,
When
that's
he never,
great. Yeah,
he
your
never remembers
sister.
her name, and then she says, he goes, "Why don't you ever go to your house?" My sister's with a boy.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. March. My sister kicked us out. She's having a guy over.
Sister's such a slut.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, I can't believe I brushed over the moment that I laughed my ass off the most in this movie was the kid on the bike who said,
Oh, yeah, Mikey.
fucking yes!
No, his name was Sid Hatrack. Yeah,
Nobody's name is Hat Rack.
whatever. Tried to get a job. I offered to show my dick, because I got a big dick.
Sid Hatrack.
That was the best.
And then he goes,
You wanna
"Wait."
see my dick?
He goes, I offered to show him my dick because I got a big dick.
Right. But and then Gosling and then Marsh saying, no, we already gave you $20. I mean, he was like, what am I saying?
You guys want to see my dick?
Nobody wants to see your dick, dude.
$20?
We already paid you 20. What am I saying?
Oh.
I was crying laughing because he just looked like a kid from the 70s, like
Okay.
perfectly cast. And just the way he said it, so like relaxed, like matter of
Of
fact.
all of us kids growing up, of all of us in those neighborhoods, who was most likely like that kid?
You.
Think so?
I guess. I
No.
mean, riding around with the banana boat bike, the banana seat.
There was a lot of kids like that in our neighborhood, but I don't think anyone was like that.
It
That
just
kid
looked
was
like someone
cool.
you went to school with or something. You know, just
Yeah.
kids you knew. And
Fucking cool bastard, that kid.
You didn't mention the Oscars, Mikey. I don't know why.
there was
I mean,
nothing.
there was nothing.
But I could talk about what the Oscars
Could this
were.
have been nominated for? No, this really couldn't have been nominated. But although Ryan Gosling,
That was the year
that
that
performance,
Moonlight won over Arrival. Wow, I didn't realize that was nominated. Fences.
it won over. It won.
Hacksaw
It certainly
Ridge.
won over La La Land too.
Oh, that was amazing. Hell or High Water. There's a Dave. Have you seen Hell or High
Oh, we're
Water?
gonna do that
We should
sometimes.
do that,
I'm sure he
yes.
hasn't.
No, I'm
Hidden
not.
Figures, La
will
La
love it.
Land, Lion, Manchester by the Sea. Big year, big year.
Oh my
I
God,
love Manchester. by the
Actor
Sea.
wise,
Dave,
Right.
we got to
Did we
do that.
Did we do Manchester by the
So
Sea?
sad.
No, I've
No, we
never seen it.
definitely
No.
haven't. Mikey's never seen it.
Never
Oh
seen
my
it.
god,
No.
you've
Don't-
never seen
don't say
Manchester by
anything
the
to-
Sea?
I know it's depressing, but no, I've never seen it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
people like. I've heard people say, "I don't want to watch that more than once," and then I watched it.
I
twice,
watch
and
it all
I'm
the time. I
This
love
is, This is so.
Fucking love
But
it.
yeah, don't say.
Yeah, Casey
you
Affleck
can't
won
say
for that
anything.
year. Andrew
I would
Garfield.
never say anything to him, but
Ryan
the
Gosling
fact that you
for La
haven't
La
seen that
Land.
movie is depressing.
Okay.
There's
Winner
much worse.
supporting actor. Let's say that
movies.
was Mahershala Ali for Moonlight. So I
I don't
mean,
really know who would have been supporting, anyways. It would have been best actor. Would have
I
been.
feel
Ryan
like
Gosling.
Gosling probably would
I
have been
don't
an actor in Russell.
I
Crowe
heard
would have been
a
supporting.
podcast. It said that it was like the top 5 Ryan Gosling performances, and one of them had this as his second best performance.
What-
He really is so funny, and
I don't know if you've seen it, and I know it was the big fad, but he was pretty great as Ken. And
No, I heard
Guys,
that.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Chris. What
Yeah.
does small batch mean on the Four Roses label? What does that mean?
Yeah, that's I don't know. A lot of bourbon is small batch.
It's like you make it, and it's not made like commercially. It's like made.
It's how it's distilled. Yeah, it's not like
So what's distilled?
okay. But
I've never
You
seen.
gotta have to listen to us. Yeah, that our other pods.
Driver. Is that what's called Driver or Drive? It's supposed to be really good
Drive.
with him. Yeah.
Drive. That was the guy's number one. One of them
Yeah,
had
I've never
his,
seen
that was
that
his
one.
top performance. The other
I mean-
the other person had The Notebook. I think it was a girl.
Oh, that's pretty classic for him. What about Remember the Titans? You know they.
Not as his top.
No, I know.
That's when he like broke. Yeah,
Yeah, he
kind
was
of
still
broke
like
in.
a kid there. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but he's
one
had
of his
a-
best performances, I would think.
just because he was so funny.
Yeah.
He's so fucking funny. The one of his other performances, you guys, I'm sure you guys have not seen it. I had to watch it because it was Damien Chazelle. It was First Man.
Nope, still have not seen that, but I
So
do
good.
want to see that. Is he Neil Armstrong?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
that one looked
And
interesting.
then La La Land was a bridge too far for me, as much as I love Chazelle because it's a musical. I
Well,
started
you-
watching it.
Mikey loves
And-
La La Land.
I've never seen it, but I
How
might.
have you never seen it? You should, but you know, Ryan Gosling singing is not going to be the
I
same
don't
as
love all musicals.
not going to be the same
Oh,
as Gene Kelly.
Just I love musicals with Timothy Chalamet.
You know what part cracks me up, Mikey? You have to mark that.
I listened to the whole fucking thing again. I don't know where the fuck I gotta edit out shit.
You know what part is
Ryan,
great.
You,
We've
you
got to
name
talk
Spada.
about.
You name drop
we-
Spada. Your kids popping in left and right, looking for the whale, talking about Lost. You think
Spoilers.
Dave is done when recording stops. This is the easy part. Doing this part.
I know.
Starts with-
The whole
Fuckface.
sequence. The whole sequence when they go into the hotel, and and first Healy smashes the guy's head and
What's in it for me?
He'll stop doing it.
Doing what?
Dad.
Fuck!
And then he says to him, well, we can do this the easy way. And then he goes, wait. And he's like, wait, this is the easy way. But from that, and then them going on the elevator, which is fantastic.
Without any words spoken, they just look out. They see two people getting killed.
First they say,
oh, right.
The guy talks about eunuchs and they're going up the elevator and he says, Munichs. They're called Munichs.
He did say that.
And Russ, and Healy looks at him. He's like, "That's a city in Germany." He's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" and then they go up there, and that's when they see the massacre, and they back up and they back up and get into the elevator.
And they go down the elevator, and while they're going down the elevator, you see the person fall up,
fly
get pushed out the
yeah.
window.
It's great.
Oh, even that scene at the beginning with the kid in his house, and all of a sudden the car out of nowhere just comes. You see it in the background, just so. This movie's so perfect.
It is. It's a good, Hollywood Hills 70s vibe too, right?
Yeah.
They show Jaws 2 in the movies. Right?
I saw that the billboard for Jaws 2, yes.
Did you like Jaws 2?
Oh my god. We're gonna do Jaws 2 with your brother.
I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it either.
I don't
it's not it's not good.
It's not it's not good,
but the second half,
was okay.
When they're back in the water is good. It's fun. It's not good. It's I'll watch it.
Is it better than wrestling, you think? Would you watch that over wrestling?
Of course he would.
Yeah, of course I would. But I mean,
he would watch Jaws the Revenge.
I'm over 16. I wouldn't watch wrestling.
It's ridiculous.
Mikey's not, but Mikey's not the only adult. You can, right, Mikey? You could say that at least, like Bill Simmons and some other adults.
Kieran Culkin. Big fan.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Can I just say this, though?
I'm always confused.
He deserved to win the Oscar.
Now you like Oscars. You didn't see any of the other people. How do you know he deserved to win the Oscar?
He was fucking great in that movie. I knew it from the minute
How do you know if anybody else was better?
In my mind, no one else was better.
That's good.
In your mind, that these performances that you've never seen
was ridiculous.
It wasn't the best performance of all time. I thought he was great. I think
it was one of the best of all time.
That's outrageous. That statement is outrageous.
All I know is David said that movie could be us. So I'm interested to see if they stop becoming friends. And
it's good. It's not, it's not great. I don't see us doing it.
Well, I don't see me and Mikey as friends anymore, really.
No,
I see him
he sees me more as brother. He sees me more as a brother.
After the latest,
he's never even said that to you, your stepbrother. He said it about me, though. It's no big deal. Is there anything else we want to say about The Nice Guys before we move on to
such a great
another
movie?
Nice Guy?
Thought they were fantastic. They were super nice in this movie.
Yes,
and
they were the nicest.
They were the nicest. They were the nicest.
It was surprisingly even more entertaining than I remember too, Mike.
Absolutely.
I was like, just killing me. Gosling was killing me the whole time, and Crow is great, but it's more his reaction to
the way he
anything
played off
Gosling did.
Yep.
Just they were perfect.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
So last time we did
Keith David,
LA Confidential with Russell Crowe, Kim Basinger, and they came over to this movie. This time we happened to watch a movie that included Keith David, who we didn't give enough props to in this movie. I
true.
enjoyed him. Just the few scenes he was
that
in.
other jackass. Yeah.
And we're moving on to another movie featuring Keith David as
with a special guest.
With possibly, hopefully, we can get my brother Carell, because him and Dave could talk about the time they saw this movie in the theater back in 1998 as we do our second Farrelly Brothers movie. There's Something About Mary.
Tried to set him up with Tiffany and Indigo, but there's something about Mary that they don't know. Mary, there's just something about Mary.
Classic. Only movie I think I've ever fallen out of my seat into the aisles laughing my ass off. I'm not even kidding. Literally fell out of my seat and rolled
the
down.
Farrelly brothers were on one back then, right? Weren't they?
Oh
like it was.
God.
They were killing it.
That's good stuff.
Movie.
Can't get my kids haven't seen it yet, but
what?
No, I started to watch it with Grace.
Dave's kids are watching it in his bedroom right now with him.
Could this be one of the underrated movies? comedies.
I mean,
Underrated.
I mean, I think it was
At the time, it was
sufficiently
huge.
rated. Like everybody thought it was like the funniest movie of all time.
But does it hold up as much as like Dumb
I
and
didn't
Dumber?
want.
That'll be interesting to see. It's been a long time since I've watched it all the way through.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't know if it's as much of a like Dumb and Dumber became a cult classic. I mean, it was huge anyways, but also right. There's like a certain amount of a certain group of people that quote it more than anything, which I'm included, obviously. But yes, maybe it's not as appreciated enough. Although I still do quote it.
We're going from a movie with a character named Jackson Healy to a movie with a character named Pat Healy, the great Pat Dillon, who I
don't know if we're going to keep. I don't know if one of my favorite. Okay, I won't talk about it. We'll talk about that next time. But I don't know if we're going to be able to stretch that into a next movie because we're not going to continue. I'm gonna yeah. We'll have to.
But until next time, you can find us on Blue Sky at Fine Movies, and of course on Instagram at Fine Movies, Fine Spirit. Dave's let out a second yawn, so I think it's almost time for bed. Bye, Christopher. Are there any parting words from you?
No.
Good. David, my friend, my brother. Are there any parting words from you?
No.
We talk about great movies while drinking. We talk about great movies while drinking. Yeah, we talk about great movies while drinking. And we feel fine.
Guys, I've been doing a lot of drugs lately. Tonight's my first night clean.
We ready to roll? Oh, look at that. He's like a drug dealer. He's got 2 phones. Look at him go.
Oh my God, just shut the fuck up and go.
Fans not experts.